Who's the greatest shark around? Who's the one who never lets Megatron down? SkyByte. SkyByte. That's him today on Guerrilla Reviews. Now, normally I don't show the character bios on the cards, but this one I felt was particularly silly, so get that in as close to you as possible here. Okay, there we go. Okay, that looks like you can read that. Give you just a minute to laugh and pause it, or pause and laugh, whichever occurs to you. For those of you not in the know, SkyByte here originally came from the original Robots in Disguise line, and it's very nice to actually see bots being included in there now. Even though the series might still be in legal hell, the figures and characters themselves are at least coming out one way or another. Although, this one is a little odd. Yes, it was mostly metallic blue, which they did at least get most of that right. The head here is in baby blue, which is a little odd. Because if I remember from most of the other SkyBytes, it was mostly just a blue head, kind of like a BotCon SkyByte here. With the chest, that would be in silver and blue, or white and blue. Why they chose to do this with the baby blue is, I don't know, not too sure of, but at least we're getting paint on this figure. For additional size comparisons, making his appearance again, Beast Wars Neo Sharp Edge. And it's a pretty fair comparison. They're all about roughly the same size, which is pretty nice. As for action figures in Beast Mode, they're a little bit scant. The jaw moves up and down a little bit, so you could probably have, well, like a little fake fish in there. There's a firing missile, which is actually his left hand. Fires pretty well. And see here now, the tail, whether or not it's supposed to, moves up and down. And finally, as you can probably guess, oh yes, Billy, the tail, she spins. If that excites you. Okay, I'd say it's about time we moved on to transformation. And very interesting one it is. First we will unfold this part right here. Then we will start by opening up these sides, as disturbing as that sounds. Next we will open up the jaw like so. Yeah. Okay, then we will fold out this part, which will become the feet very shortly. Oh yes, those are the feet. Unpeg, unfold, fold out, and fold those in. That's just creepy. Okay, that looks like something out of Clive Barker. I won't even do the grr thing on that one. Okay, fold the fins back. Separate out this part right here. Fold this part back. Separate for the arms. Twist around. You're starting to bring out the hand, which was actually one of the fins on the back. As creepy as that sounds. Twist and bring down and around. Yeah, these just kind of like, these parts right here just kind of like wings. We're gonna have to leave those right where they are. Fold out these little bits right here for sort of prehensile fins. Bring the head up and turn around. So now, up and around like that. Fold this part in for the chest, and then twist this part for the Predacon symbol. So now get everything sorted out here. And there is SkyByte in robot mode. Now in robot mode we do see where a lot of the paint was absent, but well, not much we can do there. You can see my complaint about the chest thing, but it's better expressed on the difference between paint and size with BotCon SkyByte here. Literally, he is head and shoulders above the rest. And here is Sharp Edge. Now I realize that Sharp Edge is not a shark, but he's the closest analog I've got to an actual shark, but so he's close enough. So you are definitely getting your money's worth in plastic. And in the beast mode, definitely in the paint. if that exciting. Now taking a quick look at the face here, that is not the smirking face of the original version, nor is it the goofy semi-smile of the botcon one. That is a definite angry Predacon, I will eat your face type of face, which is a very nice touch. And there is a fair amount of paint on there. In fact, I mind there's a bit too much, but still very nice. Okay, as for articulation, the head does rotate. Can't get much else. Imagine having him permanently staring down is going to upset some people. Shoulders, double joint here and here. Bicep swivel and hinge joint on this arm. You can also have a bit of a claw hand there if you so choose. And so now, due to the fact that there is no wrist rotation, just an inward, he does have the Guerrilla arms, which some people hate. So that's probably not going to be a selling point for you. So now, no waist rotation. That's because it all has to be one solid piece to keep it in that interesting shape in the beast mode. So now hips, double, so now swivel joint, hinge joint for that, thigh swivel, very nice knee joint there, and you can point the toes in and out. So not as posable as he could be, but probably about as posable as the original, for what that's worth. Some interesting items of note. One is that yes, he does have something of a wing pack here. He's even got a little tail fins here, which is odd, but if you want him to fly, he certainly can. Another thing, well, for people who don't like hollow legs, this is not going to be the figure for you. Oh, yes, indeed. And then, finally, yes, it still spins. He even has a little bit of a claw thing going, and the missile still fires. Eventually. Come on. Okay. Oh, there we go. There. There we go. I will finish my thoughts with saying this. This is a toy for collectors with a sense of humor. Serious collectors will probably have a hard time with this thing. But if you've got a very funny sense of humor, as I do, you will enjoy this figure regardless. Plus he's still very nice and tall, which I know some people like. Well, that wraps up this Guerrilla review. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Generation SkyByte, and again I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.